my child. I have watched you. Not from a distance, not as a passing glance. I have watched you in the silence of your room when the walls felt like they were closing in. I have watched you in the middle of the night when sleep refused to come because your heart was too heavy to rest. I have watched you walk through door after door expecting to find peace and finding only more questions. And now you sit here, perhaps with tired eyes, perhaps with a soul that has forgotten what lightness feels like. Perhaps you are reading these words not because you stumbled upon them by accident, but because something deep inside you whispered that this moment was prepared, that these words were held back just for this exact hour. Do you feel it? That strange pull in your chest. That quiet knowing that this is not random. That the timing of this message is too precise to be coincidence. You have been looking for answers in places that have only given you echoes. You have been searching for comfort in voices that could not carry the weight you are carrying. But listen to me now, not with your ears, with that part of you that still remembers what it felt like to be truly safe. I am speaking to you right now. Why this waiting? Why this silence? Beloved, the pressure is not, the waiting is not rejection. The silence is not my absence. I have been preparing a foundation beneath you so strong that nothing will ever shake you the same way again. You do not realize how close you are. You look at your life and you see delays. You see closed doors. You see people who walked away and opportunities that dissolved like morning fog. But I see a different story. I see protection. I see redirection. I see mercy in the form of a locked door. Because there are doors you begged me to open that would have destroyed you if I had said yes. There are people you cried over leaving who were never authorized to walk with you into what I am building. You thank me for blessings, but you rarely thank me for the closed doors. And yet those closed doors have saved your life more times than you will ever know this side of eternity. Do you remember Joseph? Sold by his own brothers, thrown into a pit, falsely accused, forgotten in a prison. And from the outside looking in, every single person would have said God has abandoned him. Every single person would have whispered that the promise over his life had died. But I had not abandoned him. I was positioning him. Every betrayal was a brick in a palace I was building for him. Every false accusation was a step toward a throne. Every forgotten year in that prison was a season of training so that when he stood before Pharaoh, he would not crumble under the weight of the authority I was giving him. You are in your prison season right now, and you think you have been forgotten. But I am teaching you things in this silence that you could never learn in the noise. I am building patience into your bones. I am carving wisdom into your spirit. I am removing from you the desperation that makes people settle for things that are beneath them. When I finally open your door, you will not stumble through it like someone starving. You will walk through it like royalty because you will have remembered who you belong to. But right now you are tempted to reject these words. A part of you wants to scroll past. A part of you wants to close this and return to the noise because the silence is uncomfortable. Because when I speak this directly, something in you trembles, not from fear, but from recognition. Because deep down, beneath all the doubt and all the disappointment and all the defense mechanisms you have built, you know this is real. You know I am real. And you know that everything I am telling you right now is the truth you have been running from. Stop running. Just stop. You have been running for so long, you forgot what stillness feels like. You have been striving and pushing and forcing and manipulating and worrying and plotting and planning and exhausting yourself trying to make things happen that only I can make happen. And I have been watching you exhaust yourself with a quiet sadness, because you were never meant to carry this burden alone. I never asked you to figure everything out. I never asked you to force doors open. I never asked you to lose sleep over things that are already handled. You have been acting like everything depends on you, and that pressure has been slowly killing something beautiful inside you. Let it go. Right now, in this moment. Let go of the need to understand everything. Let go of the need to control every outcome. Let go of the grip you have on that situation that has been slipping through your fingers no matter how hard you hold on. Because your grip is not what sustains you. My grip sustains you. And I have never dropped a single one of my children. Not once. Not ever. You look at your life and you see evidence that I have failed you. But you are looking at fragments. You are looking at one page of a 1,000-page book and deciding you know the ending. You do not know the ending. You do not even know the next chapter. And that is exactly where I want you. Because when you do not know the way, you finally look to the one who does. When your own wisdom has run dry, you finally drink from the well that never runs out. Your exhaustion is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign that you have been carrying something that was never yours to carry. I am not asking you to try harder. I am asking you to surrender deeper. I am not asking you to find more strength. I am asking you to admit that your strength has run out so that mine can finally take over. There is a lie that has been whispering in your ear for years. The lie says that you are too far gone, that you have made too many mistakes, that you have wandered too far and sinned too much and failed too many times for me to still want you. That lie comes from the pit of hell, and it has stolen more peace from my children than any other deception. Listen to me carefully. There is no distance you can travel that puts you beyond the reach of my voice. There is no mistake you can make that I cannot redeem. There is no failure so final that I cannot breathe new life into it. The enemy wants you to believe that your past disqualifies you. But I specialize in disqualifying the qualified and qualifying the disqualified. I chose David, a shepherd boy that his own father almost forgot to present to the prophet, a boy who was overlooked and underestimated and left in the field while his brothers were paraded as candidates. And I took that boy, and I made him a king. Not because he was perfect, not because he never failed. David failed. David fell. David committed sins that made nations whisper. But David knew something that you need to remember. David knew how to return. David knew how to repent. David knew how to come back to me, not with excuses, but with a broken heart and a contrite spirit. And every time he came back, I restored him. Not because he deserved it, but because my mercy is not based on your deserving. My mercy is based on my character, and my character does not change based on your performance. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I loved you at your worst just as fiercely as I will love you at your best, because my love is not a reaction to you. My love is my nature. You cannot earn more of it, and you cannot lose any of it. That is the freedom you have been starving for. That is the rest you have been chasing in 1,000 counterfeit places. You have been looking for rest in achievements. If I just get this promotion, then I will rest. If I just find the right relationship, then I will rest. If I just pay off this debt, then I will rest. And you get the promotion, and the rest never comes. Because the anxiety just attaches itself to the next goal. You find the relationship, and the rest never comes, because now you are anxious about keeping it. You pay off the debt, and the rest never comes, because now you are worried about the next bill. The rest you are looking for cannot be found in circumstances. It can only be found in my presence. It can only be found in the knowledge that I am good, I am in control, and I am working everything together for your good, even when everything looks like it is falling apart. You are living in a season where much of what you have built is shaking. And that shaking is not destruction, it is deliverance. I am shaking everything that can be shaken so that only what cannot be shaken remains. I am removing the props you have been leaning on that were never meant to hold your weight. I am emptying your hands of the things you have been clutching so tightly that you could not receive what I actually want to give you. Empty hands are not a sign of poverty. Empty hands are a sign of readiness. When your hands are empty, you are finally in a position to receive without trying to control. You do not realize how much control you have been trying to maintain. You do not realize how exhausted that constant effort has made you. You have been trying to control outcomes and control people and control timelines and control how others perceive you and control the future and control the past through regret, and the weight of all that control has been slowly breaking you. But what if I told you that you could let it all go? What if I told you that the safety you have been desperately trying to manufacture through control is already yours through trust? What if I told you that the very thing you are most afraid of losing is already secure in my hands, and nothing you do can change that? You would rest. You would finally rest. And that is what I am offering you right now. Not more work, not more striving, not more religious performance. I am offering you rest. I am offering you peace that makes no sense to your logical mind. I am offering you a calm in the middle of the storm that will confuse everyone who looks at your circumstances. But it will confuse them because they do not see what you see. They do not know what you know. They do not feel what you feel, because when you are hidden in me, the storms still rage around you, but they do not reach you. The winds still howl, but they do not move you. The waves still crash, but they do not sink you. You are anchored in something deeper than your circumstances. You are anchored in my character. And my character does not shift with the wind. You have been looking at the waves. You have been measuring the storm. You have been calculating the odds and analyzing the risks and projecting the worst-case scenarios, and you have worked yourself into a state of paralyzing fear. But I am telling you right now to look at me. Just look at me. Not at the waves, not at the wind, not at the economic reports or the medical diagnoses or the relationship fractures. Look at me. Because the same mouth that spoke the universe into existence is speaking peace over your life right now. The same hands that stretched out the heavens are holding your life together right now. The same heart that loved you before you took your first breath is beating with compassion for you right now. Do you understand how small your problems are compared to who I am? Do you understand how temporary your struggles are compared to what I am preparing for you? You are worried about things that will not matter 5 years from now. You are losing sleep over situations that will become testimonies. You are crying over things that you will one day thank me for. I know that is hard to believe right now. I know that right now the pain is too loud and the confusion is too thick and the disappointment is too fresh. I know that right now you cannot see how any of this could possibly work together for good. That is why faith is required. Faith is not believing that I can when everything looks possible. Faith is believing that I can when everything looks impossible. Faith is trusting me in the dark when you cannot see the light. Faith is holding onto my hand when you cannot see the path. And your faith right now is being tested not because I am cruel, but because I am preparing to do something that will require more faith than you have ever needed before. The muscles that are not tested remain weak. The faith that is not stretched remains small. I am stretching your faith. I am growing your trust. I am expanding your capacity to believe me for things that seem impossible. And when I bring you through this, you will look back and you will realize that the trial was not punishment. The trial was training. The trial was the gym where your spiritual muscles were built. You have been asking me for greater assignments. You have been asking me to use you. You have been asking me to do something significant with your life. But significance requires capacity. And capacity is not built in comfort. Capacity is built in pressure. Think of the oyster. When a grain of sand enters the shell, it is irritating. It is painful. The oyster does not understand why the irritation is there, but the oyster responds to the irritation by producing a substance that turns that grain of sand into a pearl. The very thing that caused the pain becomes the source of the beauty. The very thing that irritated the oyster becomes its greatest value. That is what I am doing with your pain. That is what I am doing with the things that have irritated you and wounded you and frustrated you. I am turning them into pearls. I am producing something valuable from your suffering. But you have to stop rejecting the process. You have to stop fighting the irritation. You have to stop trying to remove the sand before I am finished creating the pearl. You have been praying for me to remove the pressure. But what if the pressure is the only thing producing what you actually want? What if the very thing you are asking me to take away is the very thing that is creating your testimony? You want the crown, but you do not want the cross. You want the resurrection, but you do not want the crucifixion. You want the victory, but you do not want the battle. And I understand. I understand that the battle is exhausting. I understand that the waiting is painful. I understand that the nights are long and the mornings feel heavy and you are tired in ways that sleep cannot fix. But I am with you in the battle. I am with you. I am with you in the long nights and the heavy mornings. I have not left you alone to figure this out. I am fighting for you even when you cannot see me fighting. I am working on your behalf even when you cannot feel me working. And the victory is already secured. Words I am speaking to you right now because they sound too simple or too spiritual or too good to be true. I am God. I do not lie. I do not exaggerate. I do not make promises I cannot keep. When I say I am working everything together for your good, I mean everything. Not just the things that make sense. Not just the things that feel good. Not just the things you understand. Everything. The betrayal. The loss. The disappointment. The delay. The closed door. The unanswered prayer. Everything is being woven together into a tapestry that will take your breath away when you finally see the full picture. But you cannot see the full picture yet. You are seeing the back of the tapestry where the threads look tangled and messy and chaotic. But I am seeing the front where the beauty is emerging. Trust me with the tangled threads. Trust me with the mess. Trust me with the parts of your story that do not make sense right now. I know what I am doing. I have never made a mistake. I have never lost a single. I have never failed to complete what I started. And I started something in you. I planted something in your spirit before you were born. I placed a calling on your life that no failure can cancel and no enemy can steal and no mistake can erase. That calling is still alive. That seed is still growing. That purpose is still waiting for you to step into it. But you have been hiding. You have been shrinking. You have been making yourself small because you are afraid of what will happen if you step into the fullness of who I created you to be. You are afraid of the responsibility. You are afraid of the attention. You are afraid of the criticism. You are afraid of failing. You are afraid of succeeding. You are afraid of being seen. And the enemy has used your fear to keep you trapped in a small life when I created you for a large one. Not large in the way the world measures largeness, not wealth and fame and power, but large in impact, large in significance, large in the lives you will touch and the difference you will make. You have been settling for survival when I called you to thrive. You have been settling for getting by when I called you to soar. You have been living beneath your privilege and beneath your inheritance and beneath your calling because you have believed lies about who you are and what you are capable of. But those lies end today, right now. In this moment, I am breaking the power of every lie that has held you captive. I am severing the chains of fear that have kept you bound. I am opening the prison doors, and I am calling you out. Come out of the prison of comparison. Come out of the prison of people-pleasing. Come out of the prison of perfectionism. Come out of the prison of past failures. Come out of the prison of what-ifs and if-onlys and I should-haves. Come out. The door is open. The chains are broken. The only thing keeping you in that prison now is your own choice to stay. And I am asking you to choose freedom. I am asking you to choose life. I am asking you to choose trust. I am asking you to choose me. Not religion. Not rules. Not performance. Not guilt. Me. Choose a relationship with the one who formed your innermost being and knows every hair on your head and collects every tear you have cried. I know you. I know the worst thing you have ever done, and I love you. I know the darkest thought you have ever had, and I have not turned away. I know the secret shame you have never told anyone, and I am not disgusted. I am inviting you to stop hiding. I am inviting you to stop pretending. I am inviting you to stop performing and just be with me. Come to me tired. Come to me frustrated. Come to me doubting. Come to me angry if you need to. I can handle your anger. I can handle your doubts. I can handle your questions. I have shoulders big enough for all of it. But do not stay away. Do not let shame build a wall between us. Do not let guilt keep you at a distance. The distance between us was never my idea. It was yours. And it is a lie. There is no distance. I am right here. I have always been right here. Waiting, not impatiently, not with a list of demands, just waiting with open arms and a quiet whisper. Come home. Come back to the place where you are known and loved and safe. Come back to the rest you have been searching for. Stop striving. Stop performing. Stop pretending. Just be. Be still. Be quiet. Be present with me right now. Feel the weight lifting. Feel the pressure releasing. Feel the fear loosening its grip. You do not have to have everything figured out. You just have to be with me. The answers will come. The direction will come. The provision will come. But first, just be. Because you are not a human doing. You are a human being. And I created you for being with me even more than for doing for me. The doing flows from the being. When you get the being right, the doing takes care of itself. But you have been trying to do without being. You have been trying to produce fruit without remaining connected to the vine. And you are exhausted because you are trying to do something that is impossible. Apart from me, you can do nothing. Not because I am controlling, but because I am the source. You cannot generate life from yourself any more than a branch can generate sap. The branch bears fruit not by striving but by remaining, not by working but by resting, not by forcing but by receiving. That is what you need to do right now. Remain, rest, receive. Stop trying to make things happen and start trusting me to make things happen through you. You have been trying to force doors open that I am not ready to open, not because I am holding out on you, but because what is behind those doors is not ready for you yet, or you are not ready for it. And I love you too much to give you something before you are ready to handle it. I am a good father, and a good father does not give the car keys to a child who has not learned to drive. A good father does not give the inheritance to a son who will waste it. A good father prepares the child for the blessing and the blessing for the child. I am preparing you. I am preparing the blessing. And when the timing is perfect, I will bring them together. Not a moment too soon. Not a moment too late. Perfectly, you can trust my timing even when you do not understand it. You can trust my ways even when they do not make sense to your limited perspective. My ways are higher than your ways. My thoughts are higher than your thoughts. As high as the heavens are above the earth, that is how much higher my understanding is than yours. So stop trying to figure everything out from your limited vantage point. Stop trying to reduce my infinite wisdom to your finite logic. Trust me. Just trust me. The same way you trust a pilot when you fly on an airplane. You do not understand everything happening in the cockpit. You do not understand every button and lever and screen. But you trust the pilot to get you to your destination. I am your pilot. I have never crashed. I have never lost a passenger. I have never failed to reach the destination. So why are you so anxious? Why are you so afraid? Why are you trying to grab the controls out of my hands? You were not designed to carry the weight of the world. You were designed to rest in the one who does. Give me the controls. Give me the weight. Give me the worry. Give me the fear. Give me the need to understand everything. And take from me my peace. Take from me my rest. Take from me my confidence. Take from me my joy. These are not feelings you have to manufacture. These are gifts I am giving you. Open your hands and receive them. You have been holding on to so much with your hands clenched tight. Fear gripped in one hand, control gripped in the other, worry gripped in both. But you cannot receive while you are gripping. Open your hands, release the fear, release the control, release the worry, and receive my peace, receive my rest, receive my joy, receive my love. It is flowing toward you right now like a river, but you are standing on the bank with a cup trying to drink while the river rages past you. Jump in. Stop trying to control how much you receive. Stop trying to measure it and analyze it and make sure it is safe. Jump into the river of my love and let it carry you. Let it wash over you. Let it wash through you. Let it wash away the fear and the shame and the guilt and the regret. Let it cleanse the wounds you have been nursing for years. Let it heal the places that no one else has ever seen. I am the God who heals. I am the God who restores. I am the God who makes all things new. Not some things. All things. Nothing is beyond my reach. Nothing is beyond my ability to redeem. That marriage that feels dead, I can resurrect it. That dream that feels buried, I can dig it up. That hope that feels extinguished, I can reignite it. Do not tell me what is impossible. I specialize in impossible. I spoke light into darkness. I parted the Red Sea. I shut the mouths of lions. I walked on water. I raised the dead. And I am not done doing impossible things. Your situation is not the exception. Your problem is not too big for me. Your mountain is not too high. Your valley is not too deep. Your chains are not too strong. I am greater than all of it. So why are you acting like I am not? Why are you acting like this problem is the one that finally has me stumped? Why are you acting like you are alone in this? You are not alone. You have never been alone. And you will never be alone. I am with you. I am for you. I am and nothing that comes against you can succeed. Not because you are so strong, but because I am in you. And the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world. Do you believe that? Do you really believe that? Because if you believed it, you would stop being so afraid. If you believed it, you would stop being so anxious. If you believed it, you would stop trying to control everything. Your lack of peace is not a reflection of your circumstances. Your lack of peace is a reflection of your belief. You do not really believe that I am who I say I am. You believe it in your head, but you do not believe it in your heart. Because if you believed it in your heart, you would rest. You would rest like a child in a father's arms. You would rest like a patient on an operating table trusting the surgeon. You would rest like a passenger on a plane trusting the pilot. You would rest. And you do not rest. So let me ask you, what will it take for you to trust me? What will it take for you to believe that I am good and I am in control and I love you? What proof do you need that you have not already received? How many times do I have to come through for you before you start expecting me to come through? How many prayers do I have to answer before you start believing that I hear you? How many doors do I have to open before you start trusting that I am leading you? Your memory is short. You forget what I did yesterday as soon as a new problem appears today, but I am the same God yesterday, today, and forever. What I did before, I can do again. What I promised before, I will fulfill. I am not a man that I should lie. I am not a human that I should change my mind. When I speak, it will come to pass. When I promise, it will be fulfilled. So find your confidence not in your circumstances, but in my character. Find your hope not in what you see, but in who I am. And who I am is love, pure, perfect, relentless, unconditional love. I do not love you because you are lovable. I love you because I am love. It is my nature to love you. I cannot stop loving you any more than the sun can stop shining or the ocean can stop being wet. My love for you is not based on your performance. It is based on my nature. You cannot earn it. You cannot lose it. You can only receive it or reject it. Do not reject it. Do not reject these words. Do not close this message and walk away unchanged. Because these words were not written for everyone. These words were written for you. Specifically you. In this specific moment. With these specific struggles, I knew you would be here. I knew you would be feeling this way. I prepared this message for you before you even knew you needed it. That is how much I love you. That is how intimately I know you. I know your schedule. I know your struggles. I know your secret thoughts. I know your hidden pain. And I am speaking directly to all of it right now. Do not let the enemy distract you with a notification or a thing in your light because someone is intimidated by it. You were made to shine. You were made to stand out. You were made to be different. Do not be afraid of your difference. Your difference is your distinction. Your distinction is your destiny. The very things that make you weird to the world are the things I will use to make you effective for the kingdom. Do not try to fit in. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to stand out. You were meant to be a light in the darkness. And a light does not try to blend in with the darkness. A light shines. So shine. Shine without apology. Shine without fear. Shine without holding back. Let your light so shine before others that they see your good works and glorify me, not because you are trying to impress anyone, but because the light cannot help but shine. It is your nature. You are a child of light. You were born of light. You are light. So stop hiding under a basket. Stop covering your light with fear and insecurity and self-doubt. Step into the fullness of who I created you to be. The world is waiting for you, not the world's approval. The world is waiting for your contribution. The gifts I placed inside you are needed. The song you are afraid to sing needs to be heard. The book you are afraid to write needs to be read. The business you are afraid to start needs to exist. The ministry you are afraid to launch needs to reach the people it was designed to. Your fear is the only thing standing in the way of your destiny. Not your lack of resources, not your lack of connections, not your lack of education. Your fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of what people will think, fear of being seen, fear of being judged, fear of making a mistake. Fear has paralyzed you. But perfect love casts out fear. And I am perfect love. So let my love cast out your fear right now. Let my love fill the places where fear has been living. Let my love push fear out of your heart and out of your mind and out of your decisions. You do not have to live in fear anymore. You were not given a spirit of fear. You were given a spirit of power and love and a sound mind. That spirit is inside you. Access it. Activate it. Walk in it. Stop walking in fear when you have been given power. Stop walking in timidity when you have been given love. Stop walking in confusion when you have been given a sound mind. You have everything you need. Everything. It is already inside you. You just need to believe it and act on it. So act. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. Stop waiting until you feel ready. You will never feel ready. Stop waiting for all your fears to disappear. They will not disappear until you face them. The only way out is through. Walk through your fear. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Because on the other side of your fear is your freedom. On the other side of your fear is your destiny. On the other side of your fear is everything I have promised you. But you have to walk through the fear. You have to take the step. You have to make the call. You have to write the first word. You have to open the door. You have to say yes. I will be with you. I will guide you. I will catch you. If you fall. But I will not force you. The choice is, will you stay in the prison of your fear? Or will you walk through the door I have opened? The door is open. The chains are broken. The fear is a liar. Walk. Step forward. Do not look back at what you are leaving behind. Look forward to what I have prepared for you. Your past is not your future. Your mistakes are not your identity. Your failures are not your final chapter. I am the God of new beginnings, and I am giving you a new beginning right now. Right here, in this moment. The old has passed away. Behold, I am making all things new. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now, right now. Receive your new beginning. Receive your fresh start. Receive your clean slate. Your sins are forgiven. Your past is forgotten. Your record is wiped clean. It is done. It is finished. Do not keep bringing up what I have already put down. Do not keep confessing what I have already cleansed. Do not keep carrying what I have already removed. Let it go. Let it stay gone. Do not go back to the grave and dig up what I have buried. Move forward. I am doing a new thing. Do you not? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Your wilderness is about to become a garden. Your wasteland is about to become a river. Your desert is about to bloom. But you have to keep walking. You have to keep trusting. You have to keep believing. Even when you cannot see the way. Even when you cannot feel my presence. Even when everything inside you wants to give up. Do not give up. Do not give in. Do not give out. The breakthrough is closer than you think. The answer is on its way. The provision is already released. The healing is already flowing. The restoration is already happening. You just cannot see it yet. But it is there. It is real. It is yours. Do not let what you see determine what you believe. Walk by faith, not by sight. Your sight is limited. Your faith has no limits. Your sight shows you the problem. Your faith shows you the solution. Your sight shows you the mountain. Your faith shows you the God who moves mountains. So fix your eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen. For what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. Your problems are temporary. Your pain is temporary. Your season of struggle is temporary. But my love for you is eternal. My promises to you are eternal. Your destiny in me is eternal. So stop living like a temporary being when you are an eternal one. Stop being so consumed with the things that are passing away. Set your mind on things above, not on things on the earth. You are not just a body. You are a spirit. You have a soul. You are living in a body. But your true life is spiritual. And your spirit is connected to me. That connection is unbreakable. That connection is the source of your strength. That connection is the secret to your success. Stay connected to me. Through prayer, through my word, through worship, through silence, through surrender. Stay connected, because apart from me you can do nothing. But connected to me, you can do all things. All things. Not some things, not easy things, not things that make sense. All things. Through me who strengthens you, you can face any challenge, you can overcome any obstacle, you can defeat any enemy, you can survive any storm. Because I am your strength. I am your shield. I am your refuge. I am your fortress. I am your deliverer. I am your healer. I am your provider. I am your peace. I am your joy. I am your hope. I am everything you need. And I am enough. I am more than enough. I am so much more than enough that I am overflowing. And that overflow is available to you. Right now. Freely, without cost, without qualification, without hesitation. Take it. Take my strength. Take my peace. Take my joy. Take my hope. Take my love. It is yours. It has always been yours. You just have not taken it. You have been living like an orphan when you have a father, living like a beggar when you are royalty, living like a slave when you are free, living like you are poor when you have access to infinite. Open your eyes to see what is already yours. Open your hands to receive what is already given. Open your heart to believe what is already true. You are not waiting for me to bless you. You are already blessed. You are not waiting for me to heal you. You are already healed. You are not waiting for me to set you free. You are already free. You just need to receive what I have already done. You just need to walk in what I have already provided. You just need to believe what I have already spoken. So believe. Receive, walk, not in your own strength, but in mine. Not in your own wisdom, but in mine. Not in your own understanding, but in mine. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge me, and I will make your paths straight. I will guide you. I will direct you. I will lead you beside still waters. I will restore your soul. I will walk with you through the valley of the shadow of death, and you will fear no evil, because I am with you. My rod and my staff, they comfort you. I prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. I anoint your head, your cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life, and you shall dwell in my house forever. That is not just a poem. That is a promise. That is your reality. That is your inheritance. Stop living beneath it. Rise up into who you really are, not who your fear says you are, not who your past says you are, not who your critics say you are, who I say you are. And I say you are my beloved child. I say you are more than a conqueror. I say you are the head and not the tail. I say you are above and not beneath. I say you are blessed coming in and blessed going out. I say you are blessed in the city and blessed in the field. I say you are the salt of the earth and the light of the world. I say you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, my own special possession. That is who you are. That is who you have always been. That is who you will always be. Nothing can change that. Not your failures, not your doubts, not your fears, not your sins, not the enemy's accusations, not the world's rejection. Nothing, absolutely nothing can separate you from my love. Not death, not life, not angels, not demons, not the present, not the future, not any powers, not height, not depth, not anything else in all creation. Nothing can separate you from my love. So rest in that love. Let that love be your foundation. Let that love be your identity. Let that love be your confidence. When you know how loved you are, you stop needing approval. When you know how loved you are, you stop fearing rejection. When you know how loved you are, you stop being paralyzed by what others think. You become free. Free to be who I created you to be. Free to do what I created you to do. Free to go where I created you to go. Free to love without fear. Free to give without expecting return. Free to live without constant anxiety. That freedom is yours. Right now. In this moment. Take it. Do not reject it. Do not push it away because it feels too good to be true. Do not dismiss it because you do not feel worthy of it. You are not worthy. That is the point. It is grace. It is gift. It is not earned. It is received. Receive it. Let these words be the key that unlocks the prison door you have been living in. Let these words be the permission you have been waiting for to finally be free. Let these words be the invitation to come home to the place where you belong. In me, with me, for me. I am your home. I am your safe place. I am your resting place. Come home. Stop wandering. Stop searching. Stop striving. Come home. I am waiting with open arms, not to scold you, not to shame you, not to punish you, to hold you, to love you, to remind you of who you are. Come home, my child, my beloved. Come home.